Good morning YouTube, this is Geographic Scholar. This video will talk about Les Voyageurs. Now, Les Voyageurs, these were the French fur traders that did a lot of their fur trade during the 17th to the 19th century. Actually, the word voyageur it's actually a French word that means traveler. These were essentially people who were the transporters of the furs in areas such as Quebec, Ontario, Manitoba, Minnesota, Michigan, basically Canada, the upper Midwest, parts of the Mississippi River, those areas. Now, you have to understand the geographic component of this. The voyageurs depended on water. They depended on the rivers and the lakes to do their trading and their transporting of furs. In fact, that is how many cities in Canada and the upper Midwest of the United States actually got started. Now, if you look at this map, you can see here all the waterways and lakes and the rivers in this map. These are basically like the waterways for the voyageurs. They use these waterways to transport their furs. And you look at it, you've got rivers and lakes connecting. You could basically go from the prairies all the way into Montreal, into Quebec City, basically on a canoe. In fact, if you look at these waterways, if you look at some of the cities that are on there, Detroit, Montreal, Quebec, you can see that they're on water, and that water plays an important part on how these cities were founded. You look at this next map, you see it's basically the range of where you have beaver territory, and basically these were the hunting grounds where you could hunt beaver in 1701, according to the 1701 Nanfan Treaty. You look at this area, you can see why fur trade was so valuable. You were in a region where there were so many furs, and furs were in demand over in Europe, over in France at the time, and you see the geographic aspect of this. You see the importance of geography and what the role it plays in the voyageurs and the fur trade. That's a big geographic aspect of the fur trade and les voyageurs. There's a lot of trade between the Native American peoples of the region and the French fur traders. That is essentially, that's how you could sum all of this up with les voyageurs and the fur trade. Geography was a big part of it. Water was a big part of it. Being in a region where there were ample amounts of fur-bearing animals was an important factor too. And it's a big part of it. This is Geographic Scholar. Leave a comment in the comment box, like, and subscribe.